So our next question is question 2 of the first finance assignment. Robin opened a bank account on March 4th, 2016. The interest rate on the account was 3.5% per annum, calculated on the average daily balance. So that is some sort of a magic word. However, let's just not worry about that one so far. Interest was paid on closure of the account on June the 30th. Now let's just ignore all of this. Details of our transactions are shown below. Yeah, whatever. So what's really important is if you have a think about what is actually happening in maths is that we have simple interest where we have the interest paid out once, and then we have compound interest where the interest is paid onto the principal, and then the principal plus the simple interest earns a little bit more interest, and then that interest is added to the previous interest and the principal, and so forth and so on. So this one is a little bit the wrong way around. So it says that the interest is only paid once, and because here on closure of the account, so it's only paid once, and because it is only paid once, it is simple interest. Okay, because that's exactly what we get. We get one interest payment and nothing else. So if we have now our IPRT, we are good to go. Now let's just find all those values. The rate in our case is 3.5%, 3.5%, which is the same as 0.035 as a decimal. And then we have our principal here. Now let's just see what we invested. So remember, this is when we open our account, and here's something that tells us the same story. So we open our account, we put $600 in there, hence our balance is $600. So that's our principal there. So we put $600 in, and that goes on until, oh no, it only goes until the 10th of April. So for this period of time, our principal is 600. So let's call that then principal 1. Because the problem with this formula is it cannot accommodate several principals, and because stuff is going on in our bank account, so we are putting something in and we take some money out, so that principal is always changing. So let's just set up a second principal. So then from the 10th of April to the 14th of June, all of a sudden our principal is 1150. And last but not least, we have another time period from the 14th of June to the, where are we, 30th of June. Okay, so June 30th. Let's see what we get there. So for our third time period, we have a principal of 450, which is not much. So now we got the P, we got the R. Luckily the R stays the same all over the time period this is all going on. However, we also end up with 3 T's. So the first T, T2 and T3, and let's just see how many days they are. So let's get back to our calculator, and we go back to menu, we go to financial, we go to calc, and we go to day count. And now let's put those days in. Okay, so that's the 4th of March, and is the year there 2016 now? Okay, and we are going to the 10th of April. 10th of April 2016. Here we go, and that makes 37 days. So let's bring that here. 37 days. And remember, that's a fraction of a year, because that interest rate is per year. So now we need to make sure what would that be over a fraction of a year. So we multiply that one, so we know what the interest rate per fraction of the year would be. Now let's find the the other dates. So let's go here. Now we are going from the, oh, wrong one, come on. Now we're going from the 10th of April to the, let's see what's going on, this June 14th. June is the 6th month of the year, so that's 65 days. Let's go back here. T2 is 65 days over 365. And last but not least, so we are going to, need to copy that again, from the 14th of June to the end of June, which is the 30th, and that happens to be 16 days. Is that right? Yep, that's right. So there's 16 days from the 14th to the 30th. So let's get back. So that's 16 days, 365 days. Now, is that all we need? We've got P's, we've got T's, we've got R's, and now we need to find the I's. So now the trouble with this exercise is that we actually have 3 P's with 3 corresponding T's, so we need to have 3 separate calculations. Okay, so let's do that quickly. So PRT, so that's 600 times our interest rate is 0.035, and we multiply that by the fraction of the year, and that gives us a number. And then we found our interest one, and we do that for the second interest as well, and we do that for the third interest as well. And now that's all well and good, and that's just going to take a little bit of time. And after that we'll have the right answer. And the last one is $450. You know, when they made a withdrawal, and that's only 16 days over 365. Now all these values need to be calculated, and we use quickly our calculator in main. So that's 600 times 0.035 times, and we want this by 37 over 365. Execute gives us $2.13, and you can round now or you can round later. It doesn't really matter. Well, it doesn't matter, but let's just go with this one. Okay, 2.213, so 213. We do that again. We just change this number here to 1150. Oops, thought I did 1150, and change that value up here to 65. Execute. That's $7.17, $7.17, and finally 450 over 16, which is 69 cents, 0.69, and we add that all up. So that's 10, that's 19, carry the 1, 7, 8, 9, 2 and 7 makes 9.99. So remember, we only get paid the interest once, and all these combined, because it's the daily balance that counts. Okay, after every day they check how much money was in there and pay us a 365th of our 3.5% interest, and then they do that for the next day and the next day and the next day and the next day. And we have just done this all together here. So we get $9.99 in interest. However, now we need to add that to the final balance, which is $450, because the bank account wasn't empty. So we had already $450 in there, and we add our $9.99, which happens to be $459.99, which is our final answer. And let's just see if we missed something. Calculate the balance of Robin's account after interest has been calculated on June the 30th. Okay, so that's a big one, that's worth 5 marks, and that took a while as well. So that's it for now.